Hello, I'm an educational leader of Stepping Stones Preschool, and I look forward to what might come out of this meeting. We are all gathered here today because during our staff meeting that we had last week, we were evaluating our school's mission and vision statement, and a few ideas were brought up to enhance our students' engagement within the community. So the proposed project idea is the vegetable garden, as teachers had found that there was an empty space available in between the two classrooms, which is an ideal space because it's exposed to all the students. Also, the teachers found that there were several learning opportunities that could come from having a vegetable garden, as it could teach students about recycling, compost, responsibilities, independence and teamwork, designing and creating, engaging with other stakeholders, learning to connect and contribute to their community and environment, and also understand how things grow. Here is a sample vegetable garden that would be ideal for the space that we have available. So the goals and objectives of this project is to first of all sketch and create a garden bed, from then grow vegetables and crops, and then collect them and donate them to Fair Share Australia, which is a non-profit organisation that distributes foods to charities around Australia. So here is what is required for this project. We need a sketch layout of the space available. We need the students to draw some pictures to contribute some ideas. We need donation letters to be written and sent out to local hardware stores and nurseries. We need to have a selection of seedlings or plants available, as well as some people to help with creating the actual foundation. In a nutshell, the benefits of this project is that it teaches students about their natural world and environment. It requires students to show independence and responsibilities towards maintaining the health and the growth of the garden. It encourages students to collaborate with all stakeholders, whether it's students, teachers, families, community members, and so on. It requires students to be active citizens, as they are getting involved in a project with an NGO. The students are part of a creative process, as they do contribute ideas throughout the whole process. There can be a garden-themed activity or corner in the classroom, which can encourage students to engage in active play. However, the cons of this project is that it does require consistent maintenance and management, and that is including the holidays. It does require funding, and there is a slow growth of the first set of vegetables. Now, collectively, we all create to the foundation of this educational setting, which is why we're all gathered here tonight, as each member or stakeholder contributes to the effectiveness of the school's running and advancement. Providing the best education and learning experiences for the children are why we are all gathered here at the end of the day. This project will include the students in various ways. They will be creating the garden bed by drawing some ideas. They might go on an excursion, which will expose them to new ideas. Throughout the project, they will be given roles and responsibilities, which will teach students to be independent and collaborative learners, as well as active learners as well, within a safe learning environment. The students will also be able to monitor the growth of the vegetables, and the progress will be shown on the community board and on the school blog for outsiders to see. And in addition, the students will be contributing to their community by helping less fortunate. According to Bronson Brenner, families and friends are part of the student's microsystem, which is why it's so important to include you guys in this project, as you do know your child the best, and that's including ways of engaging them into this project. I am aware that a number of you have extended knowledge in landscaping, gardening, so on and so forth, which is why it's also a great opportunity to engage you guys in this project. Formal and informal gatherings will occur over a duration of time to evaluate the effectiveness of this project and whether or not it should continue in your opinion. And also, this is a great opportunity to enrich community spirit and participation, as this project ultimately does go towards a good cause. So it's a great opportunity to get families involved. Staff members play a large role in an educational setting, which is why it's important that their ideas and opinions are taken into consideration, especially when looking at a new project such as the one that we are looking into, as it is important to keep their morale high, give them a sense of inclusion, which promotes connectedness, as they are ultimately the driving force of the setting. It is important that the staff members promote a safe and active learning environment, which is where people like myself come into the picture to make sure that this works out. Staff also have a great advantage, which is that they get to experience and see firsthand progress of the project and how the students are responding to it. It is also important that the staff members have an ethical and respectful relationship amongst other staff members, parents, and students. The wider community play a large role in an educational setting, which is why it's important to take into consideration their ideas and opinions. This is why we'll be having a community box where comments and feedback can be given, as well as the school blog, which is available. The wider community can contribute otherwise to this project in many ways, whether it be giving advice from more knowledgeable others, donations, sharing our culture and beliefs, where we could expand this project to creating an Indigenous garden, and etc. This creates a sense of inclusion and promotes connectedness within the environment, which is also great since we are aiming at helping an NGO. As mentioned earlier, there are a number of ways which this project can be displayed. Firstly is the community board and community box, where people are able to share their feedback and give comments on the project, as well as the updates of the project. Secondly is the garden center in the classroom, which gives students an opportunity to engage in active play. And last is the school blog, which is also another place where updates can be shown, as well as a place where people in the community can give feedback and comments. When carrying out a project in a preschool setting, it is important that your objectives and aims are achievable and reasonable, which is what we have aimed to do. As we have considered the space available, we considered what our goals are, and also we have considered the variety of help and stakeholders that we have out there for assistance. When looking at the time frames for this project, we will be writing written proposals and plans, which will be emailed to you by next Friday afternoon. If this project is approved by stakeholders, then the estimated times are in about a week. We hope to have the students' plans all drawn. We hope to have the letters decorated and sent out. In about 3 to 4 weeks, we hope to have gathered enough equipment to start the foundation of the project. And that, as mentioned in a meeting last week, this is a project that we hope to be ongoing. So, for example, we would love to start by growing vegetables and donating them to FareShare. From then, if we notice that things are becoming successful, we would like to expand it. So perhaps creating a separate vegetable garden so we can increase the quantity of food donated. From then, perhaps in a year or two's time, if this is successful, we thought it'd be a great opportunity to expose students to another community service program where perhaps we can create a small flower patch where the grown flowers can be gathered and arranged by students and they can be given to an old people's home. So thank you all for coming. That's it from me today. Any comments or suggestions?